Takes a little while longer, you know, whenever you start to get warm and dry, blow it off there, get some little water on it.
So you're then after to go back to your miniature pots.
Yeah.
Slowly evolving. You don't throw them off the home, no?
No, I have problems with my clay with them cracking, like cast cracking on the bottom. The clay that I use. So yeah, I make all these teeny little individual balls. With a different clay, you can certainly do that. You know, I didn't have that problem. And that's what I would do if I didn't have that problem. If I do it, I lose like 2 and 4.
Is that when you use the porcelain first?
No, I only have 2 big bats. So usually 2. If I get some more bats and a pug mill, one of the other things I recommend for bigger pots like this is use the softest clay you possibly can. If the clay is stiff, don't even try to make a bunch of little stuff, you know, or make vertical pieces. But you really need it's very difficult for a big piece of clay. You know, super soft clay, like reclaimed clay or clay that's very soft out of the bag. This is like, you can hear me like huffing and puffing a little bit. This is a little bit extra work. A little stiff, it's not too bad. Okay. So this one still works like the other platters, you know, get it 4 or 5 times as wide as it is tall, and then you're going to leave a hole back of your hand to drop the hole. There's another thing that you can do. I didn't really quite have the time to get it set up, but one of the other ways you can do this, you can roll a slab out that's the whole width of this piece, put it on there and take your needle tool and cut it. And then you can extrude a coil the whole way around and attach that down the throat. So if you don't want to center 25 pounds, there is another way of making a massive platter without having to center this tube all the way.
Hey, how are you? I thought you needed to center this physical line of centering to line up with all of them.
You know, it's really funny that the platters that I've done that way with the slab, I was worried that they were going to work like crazy because of the slab, and they just stayed so flat. You do kind of surface throw the slab a little bit.
But you don't do this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, slab roller, I think, does impressive actually.
Oh, yeah.
So this move here, you've got the left hand on the outside. You know, whenever you can move your hands together, it works great. So I'm pushing out. As soon as I get my thumbs to touch, I do that. Larger amounts of clay, you know, you may have some of the clay come off in your hands, but that's okay. I'll leave the bottom flat, yeah. And I mean, ideally, I think it looks best when there's a foot ring and there's glaze on the inside of the foot ring. And you notice the plate that he brought out doesn't have that. And that's mainly because of warping. I've been losing so many pieces that way when I trim a foot ring out, and losing so few when I don't. But when I figure it out, I'll come back to it. Yeah, any collector of Asian art, the first thing they're going to do is turn the pot over and look at the bottom of it to see if the bottom is been paid attention to. You know, that shows how into the pottery you are if you actually pay attention to the interior of the bottom of the quilt. Is what you might see. And as long as it doesn't work, you know, I'm fine with it being a flat bottom plate.
Woo! Now, if you're in for the competition, though, you turn it through.
Yeah. I probably big platter out there that's this size. That's definitely one of the best plates I've ever made. The back is, it does not have foot. It hangs against the wall. Okay. So sorry, I'm running 2 minutes over.
So how big is the bottom going to be?
Get their money's worth.
Yeah.
How thick is the bottom going to be on this one?
This one is going to end up being a little bit thicker, half inch. And some of that will get cut off when I run the wire. So getting this uniformly thick is pretty important. And it's thicker thin, it'll more of a crack. So I go over it a couple times with a couple different ribs. They're the stiffest ribs I've got. Press it. And then, you know, the edge of your rib can make some really nice spirals too. All kinds of spirals, and then go up.
Do you have your ribs angled slightly?
Angled back, slightly. Yeah, yeah. If you have it like this, it can catch. So there's perpendicular, and then I angle it back ever so slightly. It's a really good question. Okay, and then we'll just finish this one there. All right. So if this part comes off at all, you can recenter it in a donut shape. Your left hand is the similar position, and then you take your right hand. You have to control both the top and the inside here. So I'm pressing down from the top and in from the inside, and then out from the inside. So in that way, I'm controlling all 3 surfaces of the donut part. But so you can do that at any point, even on smaller pieces if they come a little bit off center. Same technique here. We're going to pull this up into a shallow slowly. It's a little messy. You can't do the splash there. All right, now I'm going to leave this one a little thicker too, because when I lay it down, you know, it's a lot of weight. And you might have trimming some of it to lighten it up a bit. So again, it's a little bit difficult to reach under there once you have laid the rim down, so make your undercut first, and then press through the clay to the outside of the rib, using the rib on the outside of the clay under. If you compress the outside, that's going to help it hold this form a little bit. And make it feel perfect. And then we're going to pay attention to the inside, and make sure the transition is real nice and clean. There's a couple different ribs. Always look for a rib that naturally mimics what's going on already. You know, like using this rib isn't going to do anything to help you make a nice transition to there. Do something that's got a nice curve to it already. And then this last part, just do it real slow. Make sure that you use your left hand to support it in the back. Make sure that if you have a water bucket or something here that is out of the way, you'll lay it down, you'll bump into yourself.
Working as it dries, and you have to keep it back up, or do you have to worry about it falling or warping when it fires?
That's a good question. If it is extremely, if you trim it too thin right here, then it can do that. There'll be a lot of weight out there. I haven't had that happen except if pieces are exceptionally thin and thick in other places. That's a really good question. I would just be careful and try and keep it at 1/4 of an inch, a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch for a piece of this size. And then again, this is going to raise up. So I'll put it back down on there 2 hours and lay it back down one more time, which will stretch it out just a little bit. I want to thank you all.